Hello everybody, and welcome to Third Beard Fishing, and welcome to part 2 of the Hobie Pro Angler 12 trolling motor saga. We're calling it a saga because that's what this has been. I apologize in advance because I am a noob when it comes to electrical stuff and building things, and I'm going to give you guys that as a preface before we start this video. So I hope you guys will stay with me, and let's get this going. Before we begin this awesome video, I want to show you guys something. My views are mostly from non-subscribers, about 86%. So if you guys are watching this and you are not subscribed, please take the time to subscribe. It really helps out the channel, and I greatly appreciate your subscription. Now, back to this awesome video. Alright, so if you watched the original build video, you know that I based my video off of Kayak USA 1's trolling motor build, which is amazing. He did a wonderful job. He used a water snake trolling motor, and it works flawlessly. And it would work flawlessly with the same setup that I have, because a water snake trolling motor actually pulls anywhere from 9 to 20 amps max. That's where I went wrong. I am using a Minn Kota Endura 30-pound thrust trolling motor, and it pulls 30 amps. Well, with the wiring that I'm using, it has a max pull or max capacity of 24 amps. So it works when I have it in low gear, in like first, maybe second. But if I kick it up to third or higher, it'll pop the fuse in the trolling motor plug, or it'll literally melt it. So we have to do some modifications and some fixes in order to make this system work, and that's what we're going to do today. I've learned a lot about amps and capacity and all that stuff, and so we're going to fix it today, and fix it for good, hopefully. So stay around and let's get started on that. Alright, so first things first, I'm actually going to take this cigarette lighter power outlet out. It doesn't have the amp capacity to, unfortunately, run my trolling motor. I'm not going to get rid of it, because I could, if this doesn't work, I can upgrade, or, well, I mean, it'd be kind of a downgrade, really. Go get a water snake trolling motor and just put this back together and just go from there and just do that route. But I really like my Minn Kota, but it is an option. I could do this route, but we're gonna save this. We're not getting rid of the wire harness or any of this stuff that I'm taking out. But what we're doing is, this is like, gosh, this is like, I don't know, really thin wire. This is 16 gauge wire, so it's not anywhere near the amount of amps that we need to keep. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to run 8 gauge wire through the boat. That'll give us more than enough amps that we can run our boat through. And then I got a lot of work I got to finish. We're going to actually be using trolling motor plug, an actual trolling motor plug, which I have here. This is the female end, and the male end is right here. This is what it looks like. So it actually fits in just like that. So it plugs in, and then you just pop it out like that when you're done. So that's how we're going to set this up. I do apologize, it's extremely windy today. Gosh, it's really windy today. I don't know why it's so bad, but that's how we're going to set this up, and hopefully that'll be the end of it for this. So let me get this wire ran through and we'll see how it works. Okay. exactly have the best cutters for this, so I'm having to kind of wing it. Alright, so that worked. Now, we're going to do these crimpers. This is the best I've got. Go ahead and insert here, that. Go, and then we'll heat shrink that. We'll do the same for this wire. Good, so those are connected, so let me go get a lighter or something to heat shrink these connections, and we'll be good. Get it from the Hobie plug back in here, so I'm going to go grab the clothes hanger and we're going to do that next. Got them pulled through, so that's how easy it is. Just use a clothes hanger and you can feed them through that way. So I'm going to feed them through kind of tight here. I'm going to have a whole lot of extra here, which is good for me because I need to have extra. Alright, so like I did the first time, I'm going to do the same thing and actually kind of raise these wires up off the ground or off the floorboard of the Hobie. I don't want them laying on the deck inside, so I'm going to actually take them up, and this really worked last time too because they were not sitting on the ground or on the deck when I checked them at all. Just a little bit. So yeah, that's what I would suggest you do too. Just in case there's some moisture that gets in there, or you have a leak, or you forget to put drain plugs in. Heaven forbid you do that. That would be horrible. Just don't want any like electrical wires touching water. I feel like that's a good thing to have happen, you know. So I get that. Okay, so here's the plan. I'm going to do a contingency plan with the battery box. I'm going to install this, make it to where this is there so I can test it. If this does not work, I'm going to leave these wires long enough. No, these wires are going to be just long enough so I can add the little round connectors, so I can just connect them to the battery through the battery box itself, and I'll just do that each time. I'll just screw them on each time before I get on the water. It's going to be not as cool, but I'll have to do some research and figure out a better plug system to make it work. But we'll see how it works, and yeah, so go from there. But let's go ahead and get this fixed. As a matter of fact, literally Amazon just brought me the second plug that I needed. So let's go ahead and try this out and see how it works. So it's screwed in. We're going to see how it works. So let me go ahead and get the connectors on. Find out. Alright, so I've got a battery wired temporarily. It's not the way it's going to be because it's not put together very well. So now I'm going to go ahead and put the male plug in to these wires. We're going to doing the best we can. Like I said, I'm going to wire them so I can eventually put some of these on, or leave them long enough so I can do that if I have to, just in case this does not work the way that I'm intending it to do. But we're hoping it will be, so I'm going to leave them at least this long. So where are my cutters? So this cord is going to be a little bit long right now. That's alright. So let's go ahead and get this cut. So I'm not cutting all the way down. I'm using 12, and then I'm kind of just pulling up. And that opens it up enough. Probably shouldn't have cut that much. Only needed a little bit. Forgot what I was doing here. Like that, and that. Come on. There you go. Alright. Now we're going to go ahead and crimp. There we go, and we just plug it. Make sure it plugged in correctly. Probably not wanting to go in. There we go. Just like that. Wow. Alright, so the cords are very long, so we may have to make some adjustments or modifications, but I don't want to stay in. Oh, because this locks it into place. Okay. So yeah, the cord is a little long. That's alright, we'll heat shrink that, but I just need to do it so I can test it. Alright, so let's get the trolling motor set up, and we'll run a test to see if this is even working, or if it's going to work. Because this actually locks the plug into place. Alright, I got the trolling motor plug on the trolling motor. Everything's hooked up, so we're going to do a test real quick and see if this even works. If not, then we're going to go to plan B. So let's go ahead and hook in the battery plug. So that is now plugged in. Let's go ahead and get this plugged in. Hopefully we don't electrocute ourselves. Everything's turned off. That's plugged in. Alright, now final test. Let's see if this thing turns on. And surprisingly, we have power. It is working. And it is working well. Hallelujah. So that should solve the problem of us shorting out, because there's no fuse to blow. And the wires should not get overheated because I'm not running amps outside of what the wiring is. The only thing is, this is 10 gauge wire, which is still within the amperage allotment of this trolling motor, which is 30 amps. This will pull 30 amps, but as long as the battery is further away, the wire can get bigger further away from the motor itself. So I'm going from 10 gauge wire to 8 gauge wire all the way to the back, so that should fix it. Again, I still have to figure out a better system to attach the wires to the battery in the back, and I will most likely shorten this wire too, so I'm not getting hung up. But it is working, which is I am grateful for. Hallelujah. I just need to find a better way to attach it to the battery. So thank goodness. Hopefully now it'll continue to work. I may run it for a while and just make sure. I may run it full blast and make sure. So anyway, that should be the fix. Thank goodness. One other step that I forgot to do, and I have continued to forget to do on this trolling motor, is drilling some dang drain holes in this Hobie cassette. Because let me tell you, when I take this thing out of the dang water, I get absolutely freaking drenched, and I'm done with it. So we're gonna put some dang drain holes in this cassette to fix that problem. There. Right there, just like that. So boom. Now the water can stink and drain out instead of just trickling out all over my legs and in the back of my truck. It's real frustrating. So alright, so there you go. That actually works. I ran it for a good long time, and nothing seemed to happen. The wire stayed good, and that fixed it. So the only thing, like I said, I have to do is I got to figure out a better way for it to work in the back, and after that on the battery, and after that we're good to go. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really appreciate you all watching. I know that you probably watched the first video when I was setting everything up thinking, oh, he doesn't know what he's doing something stupid. You're right, I didn't know what I was doing, but that's part of the learning process, and I definitely was learning. So yeah, that's what we do on this channel. We make mistakes and we learn from them. I make mistakes all the time while I'm fishing, and I learn from them, and it helps me catch better fish It helps me catch fish, period. So thank y'all for watching, and I just try to be real on this channel. So I appreciate your viewership. Thank you for your subscription, and I hope you'll stick around. And until next time, I'll see you on the water. Take care. Hello everyone. If you could, I'd love for you guys to check out my father-in-law's YouTube channel. It's a YouTube channel that I also edit videos for called Bearded Lumber. They are a full-service sawmill and kiln channel, and they are an amazing channel. I hope you guys will check them out. The link is in the description of this video, so check them out. You'll really enjoy this YouTube channel. Thank you. Thank you for watching Third Beard Fishing. Here's a video selection and a playlist suggestion, and feel free to subscribe here. Thank you.